Welcome back to Nate's Supercoach for 2024. This is the round 19 review and round 20 preview. So 5 rounds to go in the home and away season. Alright, so last round, 2,459, back where I belong. 11 out of 11 league wins, very happy about that. 1,801 places different, back into 9,078th place out of 182 odd thousand teams. So, much better ranking. This is where I want to be. This is where I've been at probably most of the season, start of the season, and there was a bit of a slump in the middle, but we're back where we need to be. So let's have a look at the side, then we'll talk through some of the changes and the strategy that I could employ for the last 5 rounds. 5 rounds to go. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on where I can get up to in the last 5 rounds. Okay, so she's at 138, just gets it done every week. Fantastic. Congrats, 11 out of 11 league matchups. Nicely done. Keep it up. Thank you, Supercoach. I will. And anyone watching this video too, if you followed what I've done most of the year, you'll be in a similar spot to me, hopefully with 11 out of 11 league wins. Okay, so Whitfield 137, just really happy with him. Dacos 106, bit of an underperformer at the moment for what we know he can do. Ridley 102, similar. Luke Ryan 99, same. Hayden Young 109. Schoenmaker obviously got dropped. Jath didn't play either, so some sort of deadwood rookies on the bench there. Not ideal, but we do what we do. So 122 to Bont, just scraped over the captain's sort of threshold that you take for a captain's score, 122. The threshold being 120. So yeah, well, not we know Bont can deliver much more, but we'll still take 122. Butters 89. Goulden 108, Merritt 108. Had the vice captain on him on Friday night with the disaster that was Friday night as an Essendon supporter. Connor Rosie 113. Very glad I brought him back in the side. Walsh 94, Steele 118, Oliver 79. Obviously got Miller on the bench because of his injury. Sullivan, not sure when Miller's back. If he is coming back, I might hold him. It could be a bit of a pod for the run home potentially. Sullivan 32, Brown didn't play. Marshall 123, Jackson 96. Flanders 128, had a fantastic year. Caldwell 100, Heaney 72, bit of a drop. Zorko 129. I had Billy Dowling on the field, 83, and then I looped Jones, 84. So he got 84 Saturday afternoon, and I thought, right, will Charlie Curnow score more than 84? The last couple of weeks, Curnow's been a bit down on what he can deliver, so I went with Dawson. Obviously, Dawson didn't play, so I got Jones's score there. So what are we looking? 22 points. So 22 points for having Curnow on the bench. So 22 points. So we're looking at almost 2,480 odd if I'd have played Curnow on the field as opposed to Jones. So that's how the side's looking in terms of most traded out in my team. I've only got 2 trades left. So Dowling traded out. I don't understand why. He's got a -8 break even. Maybe this time of the year people just need a bit of a cash grab potentially. Schoenmaker got dropped. I can understand that one. Clary, again, scores are not where what he can deliver, so people are obviously jumping off. Tukes injured, and Sam Walsh probably a similar situation to Clary. Most traded in, Dylan Moore. That's going to be a popular one. 126 break even, so could lose a little bit more. If you give it another week, you might be able to pick him up pretty cheap. Caleb Sarong, goes without saying. Sarong at 534 is very handy. Jack Carroll, -4 break even. Tim English, that would be probably a Gawn strategy, I would think. If you've traded out Gawn like I have, depending on how long until he comes back, it might just be a straight swap Gawn if you've held him on the bench to English. And Treloar. So yeah, the Bulldogs have been sort of revitalised through the midfield a bit. You've got Richards and Treloar now. Bailey Smith obviously come back next year. So that could push McRae out potentially. Caleb Daniels, same. So there could be a bit of movement at the Dogs off season, but we shall see. So my strategy for the next 5 rounds, I've got 2 trades left. I can either go hard now and trade Tuke Miller and someone else to bring in probably Dylan Moore to finish my forward line. So I'll throw Curnow back on the field, or at least Jones, Curnow can loop. And we'll have Moore in that last position. That's an option. I don't have any sort of mid-forward primos that I can flick down into the forward line. Unfortunately, they're all sitting here. So obviously could go, or I could move. I could go Miller, and then could bring in. We could do a bit of DPP, bring Jackson back down to the forward line, so then I don't need to bring in more, and then bring in a Ruckman to finish off the year. That's another option. Or whether I bring in a Sarong for the last couple of weeks. Not sure. That's one strategy. Can go hard now and just hold and hope for no injuries, or can give it another couple of weeks with this lineup and try to milk this lineup as best I can. Again, hoping for no injuries, and then use my last 2 trades in the last couple of weeks to give it that final little boost to see where I can get to at the end of round 24. So I'm currently 9,800-ish. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility to finish 6,000th if I continue to get 2,459. So I'll make my mind up as to what I want to do. That's my 2 strategies, though, that I'm looking for. So 5 rounds to go. Alright, so in terms of VC options, again, I have to look at who's playing on Friday night. I think it might be Collingwood from memory. Could get that one wrong, not sure. Vice captain options, I mean, Dacos is always one. Sheasel, if North play early, could be a good vice captain option. Bont's always one too. Bont, Butters, Merritt, and even Flanders could be a good option too. Zorko, depending on who they're playing as well. I'll see who they've got. So Sheasel's got Geelong. Again, could be a good option there. Whitfield versus Melbourne. I think Dacos versus Richmond's probably the play this week, or Hayden Young versus West Coast. They're in the derby. They play a bit later, though, in the week. The Bombers are Saturday afternoon, so that probably takes Merritt out, unless you wanted to go Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. That's another option. Butters versus Carlton, Bont versus Sydney. That could be a bit of a tough matchup, that one. Flanders versus Brisbane, Zorko versus the Gold Coast. So, yeah, more than likely, probably I'll go Dacos into Merritt if it works that way in terms of the fixture. I'll have to have a look at who's actually playing when. That could be helpful. But that's how I'm kind of lining up at this stage for round 20. I'll decide once sort of teams have dropped and what my cover is looking like, whether I go hard this week on my 2 trades and then hold on for the rest of the season, or whether I hold on for a couple of weeks, then do a couple more trades just to get me through to the end of round 24. All right, thanks very much for watching for the last 19 weeks at least. 5 to go, and then we'll be done for season 2024. Already starting to make a few plans in my mind for round 1 2025, the Supercoach season. There's a few players I've already got my eyes set on. There's a few players I'm going to start with that I will not be starting without. But again, that's to be found out, or late December, early January next year when the teams drop and all that kind of thing. Anywho, 5 rounds to go. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.